Yo, what's going on? This is Sam McConnell checking with you guys. You guys are doing well, doing terrific. Yes, it's been a while since I hopped on here. I mean, just taking the time off social media, following me on Instagram, you realize I haven't posted much. Except for the typical repost here and there. But don't worry, I'll be back. I think a lot of times you need to take a step back, do some self-evaluation before you feel like you can be in a spot to hopefully provide content and help people out. Anyways, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to talk about fake Natty organizations. And in case you guys, so I know we've been having like a lot of subscribers in the last few months. So shout out to everybody that's hopping on. I promise I'll be back on here consistently. I just want to get this video out there. But yeah, so we are talking about fake natties. And the reason why I feel we need to talk about this is I feel like I'm a good ambassador for natural bodybuilding, and I want to do my part to make sure the younger people out there know there's other alternative for you to compete and showcase your hard work that you've gained naturally without any sort of enhancement, PEDs or what have you. That there is an avenue for you to compete naturally and have a fair chance to be compared amongst your peers that are also natural. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is I believe Marc Lobliner made a video. I put a link in the description if you want to check that video out, about a gentleman. I'm not going to mention his name here because I don't want any sort of defamation or trying to tarnish anybody's name regardless of what they do, because that's not the point of my channel. A gentleman competed at a organization that currently tests for PEDs, and the gentleman went to another organization and competed and got busted. So it got busted with things that are already metabolized, already in the system for a longer period of time. And there are going to be further questions down the line after I'm finished with this video. So the reason why I can talk about this like this, again, I believe I'm a good advocate for natural bodybuilding, and I've been even new to who I am. I've been competing for the last 11 years. I turned pro in 2010, and I've competed in the MPF, I've competed in the IPE, I competed in OCB, I've competed in NGA, I competed in WMBF, I competed in NPC as a natural athlete, lifetime natural athlete, still I am. So I believe I have the pedigree to be able to talk about subjects like this. Now, I'm not saying anybody's not, can talk about it, but just so you know the length at which that I'm talking from. So Marc Lobliner went on social media and he laid awesome points about what he feels about the situation. So if you want to know the gentleman, go ahead and look at the video and you know what I'm talking about. And the funny story is I actually competed against this guy last year at the OCB Jordan Cup in the same weight class, and obviously he didn't place top 5, I believe, which kind of draws me back to the whole point of if you're using PED and you're not really, placing higher than guys who aren't, so what's the point? Why subtly, why use subtle, dosage and just go full blown, on gear if you want to? Why try to cut the system? Neither here or there. I'll get to that later. But so the gentleman went ahead and competed in the OCB show. He's an OCB promoter apparently, and he went to PMBA, which is Natural Olympia, which I've heard some sort of skepticism about their testing methods also. They don't really test everyone; they just test one guy, or random testing. That's what I heard. Don't quote me on that. And he got busted within the same year. So he went to another show. He tested, polygraphed, and it was clean. He went to another show. He tested, he got busted, and. Now the topic is, if you are a natural organization, you claim you are a natural organization, you test everyone, how did this man get away with the system, or get away with not popping hot, but went to another organization and then it tested positive, which shows to tell you don't really test everyone if somebody got caught in a different organization using PEDs, and which kind of, if that is true, it is allegedly tested positive. Because the due process is in place for things like this. If you test positive, you have your chance to hopefully fight back and rebuttal and tell people, hey, I'm not on X, Y, and Z, or maybe sleep supplements, just the same way you will rebuttal or state your case, if in case of like, UFC or athletes that get tested, you can, obviously defend yourself. I'm not sure if he's defending himself now or not, or whatnot, but it's just a positive. And of course, the organization that called him, put it on blast out there, which I think they should. If you're gonna go in and try to cheat the system, you should be able to put you on blast. So the main core reason is not to, again, to say shame on him. Yes, shame on him for trying to cheat the system. But the main point is, I know a lot of younger guys coming up will see this happening. If you are aware of the situation, like, see, I knew it. And then you just go straight to like an NPC show, start competing NPC show, for instance. But I'm here to tell you that there are great organizations out there that are doing the due diligence by testing everyone, not just a random tested. And I believe Marc Lobliner also mentioned some of the organizations that he recommended. I believe ANBF is a pretty good organization that he promotes. He helped put the team together. And I believe if you are on TRT, for instance, they actually allow that if you have like a doctor's note and your dosage, and obviously your levels has to be around the normal level, not just you go on TRT just to get away with the system. I know it's still sort of a gray area, but they allow that. So if you are on TRT and you still want to compete naturally, that might be an organization for you. You mentioned other organizations out there, but I just want to come on here and tell you there are organizations out there that can vouch for. They are doing the due diligence in terms of making sure all the athletes are competing are natural. And one of the top organizations that I'm going to recommend, obviously, is WNBF. WNBF, they have a huge record. Hell, I think I was at one of the shows in July. I wasn't competing, I was just there, and I was randomly tested. So they're going over and beyond to make sure they, keeping up with the, the WADA rules, which if you don't know WADA is just the same organization that does the anti-doping or Olympic testing for athletes. So they keep up with the WADA rules. And I think a lot of people I've heard in the past saying, why don't you only give a list of what it tests for? They have a list of banned substances that you're not allowed to use on the website. You can always check that out also. So to my point of the whole video is, I don't want this to deter anyone, because I know a lot of people already are skeptic about the natural organizations to begin with. But I know there are going to be one of a few people out there that are saying, "Oh, see, I knew it." I mean, if this guy got away with it, of course, and nobody's natural. This is not a video to say if I'm natural or not, but this is a video to tell you there are natural organizations out there that you can still compete, and they'll give you a fair chance and make sure you compete against other natural athletes. But yeah. Another debate that occurred online that I think Natural Bodybuilding page posted a question about, do you think organizations should put these people on blast? And obviously it's a very touchy subject. I mean, it's very polarized in a way. The answers are or your views might be polarized in a lot of ways, and some of you you should put those people on blast. Some people say you shouldn't put those people on blast. I believe you should put them on blast because it lets you know if you get caught, we are going to let the whole world know, yes, you popped hot. And again, I think it allows all the organizations to be kind of aware of this person and let them know, hey, it's a 7-year ban for competing in natural organizations or that specific natural organization, and you should be able to compete at all. So but yeah, not to drag this video too long, I just want to hop on here and talk about this real quick. And again, I'm not going to tell you who the gentleman is. You can dig around for who he is, and I'll link Marc Lobliner's video in the description. I think he did a good job kind of explaining it. I just it could have mentioned one of the biggest organizations out there, which is WNBF, that I believe they are doing the due diligence by testing athletes and making sure everybody's competed in the natural realm. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. Hopefully you guys are doing well, and like I said, I'll make sure I'm back to this forum posting awesome content for you guys. Sam Knowledge, check it out.